I think the biggest one was staying focused on the community around Kallang from day one. We knew we weren't going to win by competing on price alone. So we put a lot of energy into really understanding what our neighbors needed. That meant slowing down, explaining things properly, and making sure every customer left feeling genuinely taken care of. Building that kind of trust takes time, but it's honestly what we're most proud of today. We start by listening. A lot of people walk in already overwhelmed by options, so the first thing we do is ask about their daily life. Are they spending long hours at a screen? Do they drive at night? Are they outdoors a lot? Once we understand their routine, the right lens and frame choices become a lot clearer. We also pay close attention to fit, because a pair of glasses that sits wrong will never feel comfortable, no matter how good the lenses are. Digital eye strain is the one we hear about most. By the end of the day, people's eyes feel tired, dry, or just uncomfortable from staring at screens for hours. Myopia is also a growing concern, especially in children. Singapore already has one of the highest myopia rates in the world, and more screen time at home is pushing that even further. We also see people coming in with recurring headaches or blurry vision that often trace back to how much time they spend on their phones and computers. The 20-20-20 rule is a great starting point. Every 20 minutes, look at something about 20 feet away for 20 seconds. It sounds simple, but most people genuinely forget to do it during a busy workday. Good lighting matters too. Working in a dark room with a bright screen creates a lot of contrast that tires the eyes out faster. And for kids, getting them outdoors for at least an hour or two a day is one of the most well-supported ways to slow down myopia progression. Fresh air and natural light do a lot more than people realize. We keep close contact with our lens suppliers and attend trade events when we can. A lot of useful updates also come from following markets like Japan and South Korea, which tend to be ahead of the curve in eyewear trends and technology. Our team also does continuing professional development, especially around areas like myopia control and newer lens options. So we're always learning and not just relying on what we already know. We make it part of every collection. When a customer picks up their new glasses, we take a few minutes to walk them through how to clean the lenses properly, how to store them safely, and what to avoid, like leaving them face down on a table or in a hot car. We also remind them that a proper lens cloth makes a real difference. A lot of people wipe their lenses on their shirt or with a tissue, which actually causes micro scratches over time and ends up affecting the clarity of the lens. Children's eyes change quickly, and they often don't know how to tell you something is wrong. They might think blurry vision is just normal because they've never experienced anything different. That's why we recommend annual eye exams from around age 3 or 4. Catching issues like myopia or lazy eye early opens up so many more options for managing them properly. For day-to-day habits, we advise parents to limit screen time, encourage outdoor play, make sure reading and study spaces are well lit, and remind kids to hold books or devices at a proper distance and not too close to their face. Lens personalization is something we're really excited about. The technology now allows measurements that go well beyond just your prescription number and takes into account how you actually use your eyes throughout the day, your posture, your working distance, even how you hold your phone. That level of detail used to be reserved for very premium products, but it's becoming a lot more accessible. We're also paying close attention to improvements in lens coatings, particularly around filtering and durability, because most people wear their glasses every waking hour, and the quality of what's on the lens surface makes a real difference over time. We don't rush. That might sound simple, but it genuinely matters. In a lot of optical environments, patients feel like they're being moved through a process. We take our time with every person. If someone comes in with a complicated prescription or has been struggling with glasses bought elsewhere, we treat that seriously and work through it properly with them. We also specialize in conditions that many opticians aren't fully equipped to handle, particularly squint and anisometropia. These aren't straightforward cases, And patients often come to us after standard solutions haven't worked out for them. That specialist focus shapes how we approach every consultation, not just the complex ones. It's been meaningful, particularly for new customers who discover us online before they have ever visited. The 3Best Rated listing gives them a level of credibility to hold on to before they even walk through the door. We've had quite a few customers mention they specifically found us through that listing, and they tend to arrive already feeling reasonably confident about us. That's a good foundation to start from, especially when someone has never visited us before.